Welcome back, everyone. Timothy Little, aka That NES Fan, back here with you today. We're taking a look at Resident Evil 3 for the Sega Dreamcast. This was out in September of 1999 for the Sega Dreamcast system, one of my all-time favorite Sega platforms. And so this game is pretty straightforward, I would say. You're in a zombie-infested city, and you have to escape. You have to get out of there, and obviously, save as many people as you can also, because you're saving people along the way, or at least trying to warn people of what's happening. So let's just go ahead and dive right into this. I just started out in typical easy mode, and let's just go from there. I'll let you guys watch the first cutscene here. Well, you first have to choose your character, so a little bit of a lag because I streamed this to my Twitch account.
City, a city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose I had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070. Over.
What are they?
Okay, so you guys just saw the first scene there. Kind of an interesting scene. You notice how great the graphics in this game really look. This is just a huge breakthrough despite even though it wasn't as commercially successful as its predecessor, still, the graphics look terrific and kind of set the stage for future Resident Evil games. And so, let's go ahead and see the actual first gameplay event, the first time the player gets to play. So here you are. You notice there's a fire, a bunch of zombies around, and you get a really cool machine gun. To sort of get used to the controls a little bit, you actually have to pull back on the gun, and then you're going to want to hit. I want to say it was the button on the X button. That's right. So that's what I did. That's the way I had my controls configured for this. And you notice how you have to kind of pull back on the gun, and then before you can actually even shoot. So the controls are kind of alright. It takes some getting used to. It's not a big deal, though. And there's also, a control for her to sprint. I want to say that was just the standard A button at the bottom of the 4 buttons on the Dreamcast controller. And obviously, of course, you have D-pad to move around and, go forward, backwards, side to side, that kind of thing. So here, if we look at it, that's Jill. You assume the role of Jill in trying to get out of this zombie-infested city. And you notice you have your inventory, so that's where you keep all your stuff. You will get as you keep going along in the storyline, you'll get things like gunpowder, ink ribbon to save your progress. You'll get grenades. You'll get a whole bunch of different weapons available at your choosing. and obviously different items like keys or whatever to unlock different parts of the city, and to keep progressing through the storyline. So here's Jill, basically just owning a bunch of zombies right over there. So that's what Jill's awesome when it comes to that. So she just keeps walking down the alley here and you know, checking out the map, seeing what's going on here. Just gonna have to jump over that, or climb over that, I guess. And yep, there she goes. And then we get another tiny little cutscene right here, as you can tell. More of the zombie people, more of the zombie folk, forcing Jill to break through that door there and just keep going right down the alley. And so let's go ahead and see where that alley leads to. Here's the door, and you see
28th, daylight.
another cutscene.
The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive. Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't going to be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
Yeah, so here's Jill in the warehouse, guys, and I'm only going to show a brief clip of this, then I want to show her going into the city, but basically, in the warehouse, you have a bunch of supplies you have access to in the upstairs office. I'm not going to show the upstairs office, but one of those supplies includes a backdoor key in the warehouse, so that you can go back through the door you pretty much came through, so that you can get back into the city and blow away as many of these zombie thugs as possible here. And you see I'm armed right now. That's actually my original, as you probably noticed from earlier in the scenes I showed, my original weapon right there, my original machine gun. And but I'm not going to get too much more into it. You guys can go play it for yourself. I'll probably put up more cutscenes, or I'm sorry, more gameplay footage as we keep going forth here. I actually was streaming this to my Twitch account, and it's a little laggy, but you notice the quality actually looks really good in terms of the resolution, and even the audio sounds okay. So that's going to be it, guys. 4 out of 5 for this game. This is a great game. The whole Resident Evil series is really, really phenomenal. They're just great games, very well made, and it's just such a high replay value to them, because there's always something new, you know, or a different way to do things in these games that you probably hadn't thought of right away. Certainly not in the first take like what I'm doing. It's 4 out of 5. Great graphics. Controls fairly easy to use, and again, that gameplay is just solid for the time. So 4 out of 5 for Resident Evil 3. We'll be doing a few more videos today, guys, so stay tuned. So long for now.